Good afternoon, everyone. It is a real pleasure and a real privilege to be here on this stage. A real pleasure is because I've been working for Qualcomm for 20 plus years. And guess how many years I've been traveling to Taiwan? 20. So since I joined Qualcomm, I've been traveling 20 years, 20 times to Taiwan, three times this year. And it's really always a pleasure to be here to see many friends and many partners and really make things happen, especially in Edge AI, because I think Edge AI is really the space where Qualcomm is very, very excited about. And Taiwan is our important partner in this space, many partners, many companies. And atthe Innodisk is one of our latest friends, and we are very, very happy about this partnership that we developed with this company. So this is the pleasure part, and it is a privilege because this event, what Joe told us last night, this is the largest Edge AI event in Taiwan this year. So congratulations. I think it's great to be on the stage and to share our results, and also a privilege to work with companies like Innodisk, atthe, and all of you. So, and thank you, Randy, thank you, Joe, for inviting us here and for organizing this wonderful event. So in the next 15, 20 minutes, we'll be talking about Edge AI and what it means for the industry, what it means for the society, and that's why we're talking about scaling AI for everyone. At Qualcomm, we are very excited about Edge AI, so that's basically Qualcomm business. When I joined Qualcomm 20 years ago, it was the mission of Qualcomm was we were leaders in wireless technologies, like that's how the world knew us. And now the Qualcomm focus is we are leaders in intelligent connected edge. So intelligent connected edge, it's the AI. It's all about AI at the edge. That's what our DNA is today. And the reason why we are so excited about this, it's definitely very interesting technology, a lot of opportunities there, but it's mostly for the business reasons. As you know, many people are talking about this, that AI is new data. So I think when we talk about AI at the edge, it's AI is the new oil, it's the new electricity. And if you see what some companies report, that 75% of the data is at the edge. So that's really kind of a big gold mine. How do we use all this data? How do we extract this data? How do we make it scalable? How do we make it energy efficiency? How do you make it private, secure, all this type of things? This is the data part of this. But on top of this, how do we use this data to bring value to customers? How do we use this data to bring value to the society, to enterprises, to improve productivity and other type of things? So I think that's why the edge is important, because this is a very fundamental. It's when you think about data, this is the most secure way and the most energy efficient way to use the data there. And that applies to all the verticals, all the industries. It's consumer, retail, logistics, hospitality, manufacturing, energy, and on and on and on. And there are many use cases in this. And I'm not going to go through this particular table. Instead, I'm going to show you some real examples what we're doing with customers in terms of deploying and the value to the customers as we go through the presentation. Second reason why we are excited about the edge, and that's the reason why we are very proud to be here also on the stage to share it with you, that Qualcomm is the Edge AI company. I think we are, that's our DNA. And if you look at what Qualcomm does in this space, we have the biggest and the broadest Edge AI portfolio among all the companies. So like on this slide, if you can see, so we're talking about systems from very basic systems like energy meters, smart shelf labels, and so on, where we have very, very good market share in this space, and going to very complex systems like this, what James showed and what Randy showed earlier, appliance boxes produced by atthe, Innodisk, and other companies. You see, we cover basically the whole range. So, and we're talking about from single tops here to like 1,000 stops there. So Qualcomm, again, in terms of our technology portfolio, we cover the whole space there, and that also applies to the energy efficiency. So here we are like in a milliwatt type of power consumption, and here we are going into tens of hundreds of tops there. So this is a very broad portfolio there, and then also if you look at different deployment scenarios from indoors to outdoors, we basically cover the whole space, including robotics and drones and off-road vehicles, humanoids, industrial PC, point-of-sale, retail devices. So you name it, and on top of this, you see all the other supporting technologies like connectivity technologies, GPA technologies, multimedia technologies, security technologies. And it all comes, all this IP comes from our smartphone developments, because smartphones are very, very sophisticated devices now. They have basically everything. They have multimedia, cameras, AI, and so on. And that's why Qualcomm is very, very strongly positioned in this space. And that's why we're very excited to be here to share this with you. Another thing I would like to highlight here, so this is also based on long R&D that we've been doing in Qualcomm. It probably hundreds of man years of work in R&D. We started our AI work in Qualcomm almost 20 years ago when I joined in 2007. So there is a lot of IP and smart ideas that came into this type of roadmap to make it happen. So the way we think about edge AI, for us, it's a continuum. It's not either or. So it's more like a hybrid type of approach. So obviously we have a lot of on-device AI. It's smartphone, cars, XR devices. AI PC is another big focus area for Qualcomm. You have workstations, you have gateways, all of the things there. And then the new piece of technology and business we introduced this year in collaboration with atthe and Innodisk and other companies is this on-prem product line. So on-prem appliance product line, you can think about this, it's the best of both worlds. You have edge AI with all the security, safety here, and then you have the cloud AI here. And this technology allows to do cloud level AI with a lot of compute. You can run very, very large models there, and you combine it with all the benefits of the edge, like privacy, security, energy efficiency. So that's how we think about how enterprises and companies and industrial people use AI, device-level AI, on-prem AI, and the cloud AI there, and you can do a lot of deployments there. And it gives companies the flexibility to do it this way. So I think you've seen this picture before, and you're going to see many of those devices outside in the exhibition floor. So this is the product we launched earlier this year at CES, to be precise. And this is our new Dragonwing family of products. So Qualcomm is known for our Snapdragon devices, which is consumer devices. So this is only second Qualcomm brand in history, Qualcomm yet. So this is our compute and AI devices specifically designed for industrial applications and embedded applications. So this particular device, you can see, it is powered by Qualcomm cards. For those cards, they have Qualcomm silicon inside with a lot of AI compute. If you're talking about numbers, each of these cards is capable of running up to like 120 billion parameters models. There are not too many models of this size, some of them 300 billion, 70 billion, but recently we saw models like Llama 4, 109 billion, GPT OSS 120 billion. So we can run all these models in FP16 in these cards and really get very, very good performance. And I think we're getting very good traction with companies with this product, and it's driven, again, energy efficiency, cost efficiency, privacy, and other type of important considerations there. And that's basically the summary of this. So it's why company care about this, why company values this type of approach. It's cost efficiency, on-prem data, real-time insight, customization. We had, I'm here since Monday, we had many customer meetings in the regulated industries, finance industries, government industries, oil and gas, and in those industries, people, edge AI is pretty much a mandate. That's where because of the data and people are talking about air gap solutions just to be safe, to be protective. And that's where these technologies and the partnership with atthe and Innodisk is very important. So we are bringing this cloud-based capability to the edge. Let's spend a few minutes now on specific use cases. So this is the partnership we announced with DigiWin. They're here. I think Ian is going to be next presenting this partnership. This was developing at an AI Taiwan speed. So I think we met with them early in the year. We had handshakes there. We announced it at Computex, and we launched it with customers a couple of months later. So this is like an amazing product. What it does, so we are running AI at the edge, at the near edge, at this appliance box. So it does several Gen AI use cases there. One of them is OCR plus Gen AI there, and then it connects to their ERP system. So as you know, DigiWin is a leading company in Taiwan and in the region here in terms of developing ERP solutions. And that's, I think, what Randy also highlighted in his part. So it's not just the AI piece, it's how you connect AI piece to the enterprise system, like ERP systems, CMR system, and so on. So this is a great example, and it offers DigiWin and their customer great flexibility in terms of deployment, but also security. So this particular deployment was based on Llama 4, as I said earlier, 109 parameter model there today. In the future, I'm sure there will be other models there as well. This one, it's also public. Aramco is very well known in the world. It's the largest oil and gas company in the world. They have many use cases for Gen AI. So this is one of them. So in this case, the use case here, it's video analytics, video surveillance, but it's not the old-fashioned video analytics. In this case, we are bringing Gen AI, and we are doing both computer vision and Gen AI summarization and doing reports, like what happens in terms of safety, compliance, and other type of things. So I'm not going to go into the depths here. We have a demo outside, so you are very welcome to stop by there and see a live demo of this. This is a very game-changing type of technology, both in terms of technology itself, but also in terms of the business model, because it allows companies to monetize this as a service as well. Next example, I'm sure you know this company. That's a local company, global company, atthe. So in this case, we use this technology, on-prem technology, for two applications. It was a CV applications, but also the Gen AI application. One is inspection, the other one is worker assistant, when workers need access to company records, maintenance, standard operating procedures. They can use their handheld devices, connect to this appliance device, and they can get real-time information on what they need to do, which is becoming more important because the workforce is becoming multilingual. You can do different languages. There are shortage of skilled workers. So this approach basically kills two birds. It eliminates human error, which is important in manufacturing, but also it boosts productivity very significantly. Again, it's all powered by AI that we run in this form factor, Gen AI in form factor. So this one is also our recent big collaboration with IBM. It's also public now. IBM Maximo Asset Lifecycle Management System. So this IBM is a global leader in this. They have #1 market share in the world in the asset lifecycle management. All major enterprises use the technology and software actually for asset tracking. So, like for example, TSMC or Taiwan Railroads, the Disney World, they all use Maxima to basically control all of the operations. Like if you go to Disney World, before you board, before the train goes, all the checks needs to be checked on the system. Like the gate is closed, all the safety things, and it's all controlled by systems. So it collects like millions of inputs from devices and tracks them and do this kind of thing. So in this case, the partnership with IBM is we are running the Maximo software on this particular form factor, and it also allows companies to bring AI services into the Maximo asset lifecycle tracking management system. And IBM is very aggressively moving into AI with Watson X, and this is also part of Watson X. But from the innovation perspective, what is cool about this solution that we, instead of running all this on the cloud, that was what IBM has been doing in the past, we are running this in this air-gapped solution, which is a game changer because in many of the industries, like utilities, for example, gas, government deployments, all of this has to be done on-prem, and that's this technology, and again, the partnership we developed with Innodisk and atthe allows enterprises to innovate and bring this to their workforce. And this is just a summary of other things. And this is not just a PowerPoint. I don't have time to talk about this. We have very active customer engagements, deployments, and POCs in all of these areas: industrial IoT, retail, smart buildings, surveillance, government, healthcare. And this is really moving very, very fast. And talking about the fast movement, the next half of the presentation I'm going to spend on agentic AI. And it's the agentic AI is actually, we see it's like a big mega trend. When we talk to customers or when you attend academic events, everyone is talking now about agentic events, and that's for a reason, because the technology capabilities are becoming such that people can start deploying these agents around. As part of our solution, we have AI Inference Suite, basically the software tool that allows customer to bring LLM, develop different models there, deploy models, and very recently we also brought LangFlow, LangChain integration there. So what you see there, actually, maybe if I go back in the video, so yeah, for some reason it's not playing, but that's okay. Yeah, in the video there, you can see how we can develop this flow, and that's very easy to use. You don't really, yeah. So this is the LangFlow agent development running there in the video. So it's very simple tool. It's like a drag and place type of things. You can develop different agents, and it really lowers the barrier for people to develop their own agents, which is also a game changer. And it's completely open sourced, and companies can go to LangFlow, which is now IBM store, and there are already pre-built applications there. You can then just download them and run on this on-prem appliance type of devices. And this is part of our software stack as well now. And this is our grand vision. We see this Edge AI appliance as a platform of choice for companies to develop and deploy applications at the edge, and we see it across all these different use cases. So the flow here is we start with real data from physical world, and the data, the inputs can come either through voice or vision or text or documents. And when you talk about industrial deployments, it's machines. In a very broad sense, it can be semiconductor machines, it can be robotics machines. So all these inputs, they go into the appliance box. And we have one card, two cards, you can have multiple cards there. And you can think about this an agent or many agents, like each box, each appliance can host multiple agents there. And you can see those agents there. It can be the knowledge agent or equipment agent that analyzes all this data in real time. It can be document agents. That's the deployment we have with DigiWin, how we can do on, it can be decision assistant and so on. And this deployment is completely agnostic to LLM. Like once you deploy it, you don't need to worry like 3 months later or 6 months later, people are going to come up with a new model. These models are updated on a weekly basis. Like some of the latest ones, they see Granite families from IBM, you see Gemma models, Llama models, GPS, OSS models. You can run all kind of different models there. And then you connect this to the company systems like ERP systems or CMR systems and so on, and you can really build all these agents there. So we see this a very powerful vision, and this is a reality. This is happening now. We are deploying this now with customers. A lot of ISV companies are developing this type of platforms. So I think that's why we see the future, and it's actually happening now, as I said, literally as we speak. And this is enabled by our software stack. I'm not going to go through all these details. So it's a very rich in terms of OS, and then we have the platform layer and an application layer. I think one thing to highlight is our software stack is significantly open sourced, and for example, we can get models from Hugging Face, and with our open source we call Qualcomm Efficient Transformer, you can download these models, and with one click you can run them on the device. So that allows customers really to deploy models very, very fast and kind of being this open source compatible. And in the final one, I'm going to talk about new trend we see. It's we see AI as a new UI. Historically, it's been like human input and you get a response from these devices. But now with AI capabilities, we have this AI as a new interface to the devices. And your device, whatever this device is, it becomes your agent in a way. With our Qualcomm orchestrator layer, you can run agentic things. You can have RAG type of features. Obviously, it has to be safe. I think safety is very important. That's why we have the guardrail as part of this technology. And it can be connected to the external tools. It can be connected to different models and different applications. So that's sort of like the agentic world that works at the edge AI. And this is, again, the future. Use AI as your UI. And that's one more thing I want to say here. Again, there is a lot of hype about agentic, and I would say there is a good noise and bad noise. I think one thing to realize, it's a continuum of capabilities. It's not just like one thing agentic. At the very kind of simple way, it's functions like text generations. You provide prompt and you get text. That's what we call like level 1. Next level is like more sophisticated, where you can do RAG and get more accurate information. Then we're getting into the workflow with multiple agents, and eventually it's fully autonomous system when you have multi-agents that operate with each other in a continuous flow. This is a continuum. But one thing to calibrate, which is important, if you can think about agentic, is similar to the autonomous driving in a way, because in one case it's autonomy, in the other case it's autonomy, just different level of autonomy. So you remember that autonomous driving is not new. We've been working on this for more than 10 years. And back then, when we started discussion with customers, like in the early 2010s, they were saying, hey, can you give us ADAS full autonomy in 5 years? Like, we want to be there. And like, everyone was super excited about ADAS 10 years ago. And it's only now we are starting to see like really autonomous driving in some cases, not in all cases. So the point here is it just takes time to develop all these capabilities and other things. I think similarly, you can think about this in terms of autonomous AI systems, agentic AI. So level 1 would be like a very basic foundational model, like the driver assisted. It's like your chatbots. You get some assistance, but it's not fully autonomous. Then you go into more advanced features like RAG features that gives you more level of control, more level of accuracy. Then you're going into more agentic stuff and supervised stuff. That's more like, if you think about autonomous driving, like an L3 level. And then eventually we are going into the fully agentic, multi things, just like full autonomy, L4, L5. So when people talk about agentic, I think today we are more like L1, 2 level. So I think there is still a way to go. I think obviously AI is going to be faster accelerated than ADAS, but there is still a way for us to go to fully autonomy there. But we've done this for the autonomous driving, and there is no question we'll have agentic AI at the edge running also very, very soon, including full agents and multi-agents and full autonomy. And that brings me to the last slide, which is there are some data, our internal data and external data, that most of the executive teams in big companies and in enterprise believe that agentic is happening. There is quite a bit of investment happening there, the ecosystem growing, and I think we, Qualcomm, with our partners like atthe, Innodisk, we provide the foundational technologies for this to happen at the edge. Really exciting time, and again, thank you for listening. I think it's a full room. It's a pleasure and privilege, and yeah, thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Evgeni, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, and please visit it.